All right, what's up, everybody? So, part 5 now of the boot camp. This is our last session, and today, as you'll see, we're doing some post-flop play and heads-up play. I know in sit and goes, post-flop play is kind of non-existent for many players, but if you start using a lot of the strategies that we've been talking about in the previous sessions, you're going to be playing some more hands, and naturally you're going to be involved in some more post-flop scenarios. So we need to make sure that our post-flop game is up to par as well. And we're also going to talk about heads-up play. Heads-up play is, again, it's another topic that really isn't discussed a whole lot. I think what most people have done is resorted to stuff like Nash equilibrium and some basic heads-up stuff that I think is leaving a lot of money on the table. And no matter what game you're playing, coming in first place, there's nothing better for your ROI than finishing in first place a lot. So, your in the money might be good. We also need to make sure that the heads up play is good, because if you look at your in the money distribution, you could do that through SharkScope or your own Hold'em manager, and you find you're coming in second place more than first place. Well, it could be a variety of issues. Maybe you're not picking up enough chips along the way to give you a good stack for in the money, but it could also just be, you're just simply losing heads up. So hopefully we'll go through some strategies here that will help. Now, I will say, both of these topics are extremely expansive. There's no one way to play post-flop. There's tons of variables in playing post-flop. We're not getting into every single post-flop scenario. We're not getting into every heads-up play scenario. What we're going to be talking about are strategies and some general strategies. We will be going through some hands to illustrate certain points. But remember, a lot of what we're doing is not robotic. It's just getting you to think. So these are more plays that you can think about, add into your repertoire, maybe have you playing a little bit different than you currently playing post-flop or heads-up. As I was preparing this session, I found that I had to really cut it back, or else this session could have been about 5 hours long because of how much information you can get into. I will say, I think what I'm planning on doing is doing actually a follow-up to this video, which I'll give everybody. We don't need to necessarily have a session on it. So we could say there's going to be a session 5 part 2, where maybe we get into some more detail about specific hands.